ULA, we celebrate various ways. Any opportunity that we get really to celebrate, we take advantage of it, whether it be renting out a bowling alley and just getting together, or just a random spur of the moment calling up the agents and telling them to come over to the house and let's just hang out, let's do a cookout, let's do whatever. Just, in my opinion, the best way I can celebrate, my favorite way to celebrate is just to be with them in whatever setting.
Team celebrates in a lot of different ways. Number one is with our production throughout the month, but also we have special events throughout the summer. The 4th of July party at our RD Brad's house, which is always something we look forward to, but also the different get-togethers with our meetings or trainings. We also have some other things later in the summer. We have a seafood boil that our leader Chad puts together for us. So we get together a lot and we work hard, but we also play hard.
Some of the feedback I hear from a lot of new agents is how appreciative they are of the fact that we acknowledge their efforts. To me, Chad Lewis, ULA, isn't what it is without their efforts day in and day out. You know, and as someone who started in the field as an agent, it's easy for me to understand the day-to-day struggles, the day-to-day grind, if you will, that they go through. So that's always the top of my list of priorities, is to make sure that they understand that I realize what they're going through and that I appreciate their efforts of not only going through it, but fighting through it.
The main thing, I think, is that sometimes you look at other companies where for just doing your job, you don't really get much fanfare, much attaboys or, pat on the back, let alone different incentives that we have just for going to work. At ULA, it always seems that we're running some kind of contest, some type of incentive for our agents just for simply going to work, just for simply doing your job. And the harder you do that, the more that you're eligible for those things.
We've done cash incentives. Man, I think a couple months ago we gave out $1,800 cash to one of our agents. I've done trips to Vegas. We've taken agents on trips to Las Vegas. The rings, we've obviously done the rings for people who make over $100,000 a year. Now the bar has been raised. I guess there's a Rolex on the table for people who make, the next level of income. So the rewards are definitely not, I hug people every day just because I genuinely care about them. A hug is, I give every single one of my agents a hug every time I see them because they're my family. I care about them. So that's not a reward. A pat on the back, an attaboy. I want them to know that I genuinely care. So the rewards are typically something that, they can be proud of. They can take it home, because the reason that's important to me is because it takes so much effort. It takes so much time, sometimes away from your home life, from your family life. To be able to go home today for Omar with a new iPad Pro and say, this is why I worked all weekend. This is something I can be proud of. This is something that I can actually use for work to help take me to another level. The best way to get information is to go to the website. It's ula-insurance.com. There's tons of resources on there as far as background, what the job actually is, what our clientele is, what the product is that we're selling, testimonials, but just a real good feel for the culture that we've created. You'll be able to really kind of read through other people's testimonies and feel that culture that we've created. And if that's something that you feel like you want to be a part of, there's an interested form on there that you can fill out. That comes directly to me. Either myself or one of my hiring managers will contact you, and we'll set up a time to sit down and talk and see if it's a good fit. I want you to join us here at ULA.